Okay, coaches. So we are in the final stretch. Oh, look at my hair. Oof, it's time to do some of this month. But anyway, we are in the final stretch of this whole Saturday process. And it may seem like it's taking forever, but that's only because I'm thoroughly explaining it to you. Once you actually do it, it won't take this long at all. So let me share my screen. Okay, so there, Darlene did an awesome job at creating this winners tab directions here for you. It has step-by-step what you need to do in order to create the winner tab and figure out who actually won the challenge or who won the week, which team won the week, which person won the week, whatever. So what we need to do first is copy the sheet by selecting all the cells with data, right click the mouse and then select copy. So we're going to go to week 4 results. And we are going to select all of the columns that have information in it that we need. We are going to right click on the mouse, click copy, and then we are going to dump this into a new sheet. If this was not here to create a new sheet, all you have to do is click in on one of these tabs, right click and click insert, and it's going to ask you what you want to insert. We're going to insert a new sheet. And if you need to move this sheet down, all you have to do is pick it up and drag it over. So we're going to name this sheet winner week 4. So we have all that information that we copied. So if we go back to the winner tabs, it says open a blank worksheet and place the copied data by right clicking the mouse and selecting paste. So we are going back to winner week 4. And we're going to right click in this cell and click paste. Oh, it got rid of it. So we need to go back and copy it again. So week 4, copy, week 4, paste. Now all the information is in this winner tab. So next thing we have to do is check the team name column to make sure that team names are all spelled correctly. And all of these should be spelled correctly because we populate these into the WooFoo form, so no one had to actually type these names in. They just picked it from a drop-down menu. Before we didn't have that, but now that we have that, then that negates having to do that step. Next is format the cells that contain the inches lost, pounds lost, and score by making sure all numbers have 2 decimal places. So what that means is go back to this tab and inches, pounds, inches, let's see, it said inches lost, pounds lost, and score. So go back to the week before winner, inches lost, I'm going to select all of this. And it needs to have 2 decimal places. Right now it only has 1. So I'm selecting all of that. And then see this right here, this is to decrease decimal or this is to increase decimal. And so we're going to hit that and it gives it 2 decimal places. Pounds lost, let's go ahead and make this 2 decimal places. And then score and make this 2 decimal places. Okay, so next it says format the cells with the percentage weight loss by making sure it's a percent with 2 decimal places. So again, I'm going to go back and percentage of weight lost and make it 2 decimal places. I want to increase. So it's 2 decimal places. Real simple. Then it says select the entire sheet by clicking the box. Clicking the box to the right of column A and above row 1. So I'm going to go back here and click this and look, it selects the whole sheet. Click the data tab at the top of the workbook and choose subtotal. So up here, see the data, and then we want over here that says subtotal. So we need to change this to say team name. And we need to check let's go back to in fact, let's look at this first. So it should say team name here, and then the boxes checked should be inches lost, pounds lost, percentage weight loss, score. and comments. So let's go back and do that again. So I'm going to hit subtotal. This should say team name, inches lost, pounds lost, weight, score, and comments. And then click OK. And so as you can see, these columns over here showed up. And so if you go back to the winners tab, it says once the subtotals are listed, minimize the sheet by clicking on the 2 on the left-hand bar that appears. So we're going to go here and click on 2. And if you notice, now it's just down to the team names. Before we do this, let me go back. Let me open it back up. So Juanita didn't submit anything. And Robin did, and their teammates. So I need to get rid of this NA. So what I'm going to do is, I think since this is the final week, Robin unfortunately can't, they can't, well, there's only one winner, but as a team, we would like to know who won. So what I'm going to do is go back to week 3. And actually, I wonder if I change this to week 3, if it'll populate. All right, so I'm changing this to week 3 because we didn't have any measurements for week 4 for her. And as you can see, it pulled in the numbers from week 3 just by changing that to WK3. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So she didn't have any in week 3 either. So I'm going to change it to week 2 and see what happens. Okay. And then here, let's see, week 3, she had stuff. Erica, week 3, she didn't have anything, so I'm gonna change this to week 2. Brandy, week 2, nothing. Week 1, she dropped. Okay. Here, Kimberly, I believe she had something in week 3. Week 2. All right. Tahisha, I want to say she had something in week 3, so I'm going to change it to week 3, yes. And Coding, I believe, had something in week 3 as well. I just want to get rid of these NAs so I can see, true numbers, because they dropped, but still, they had teammates and everything. So Tamara, I'm going to do week 2. Let's see, did she have something in week 3? Okay. Sayla had stuff in week 3. Charlene had stuff in week 3. And Sharice, did she have week 3? Nope. Week 2. Nope. Week 1. She gave up early. And then Leandria, I think she gave up early too. Okay. Okay, so now if this was week 3, I would have just taken these ladies' scores out and given their fit partner a 2.5 because their partner dropped. In fact, let me go ahead and do that. So I will change this to week 0. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it'll just give her a 0, and then I'm going to add to this subtotal here plus 2.5 because her partner dropped at the last minute. And I'm going to drop hers to week 0 as well because her partner dropped, and add in here plus 2.5. So at least Corey can have a final score. And both of these ladies dropped, so I'm going to just change both of them to week 0. And her partner gets a plus 2.5. And her partner gets a plus 2.5. And her partner gets a plus 2.5. But you guys, when you have just one group, you shouldn't have to do as much because you shouldn't have as many ladies in your one group. So it shouldn't take you this long. And her partner did it. I mean, her partner got a fit score of 13 something, you know? So some people, they just don't make it. They just don't want it hard, bad enough. That's all. And she didn't have a partner. So I'll just leave her at week 0. All right. So everything has been calculated and no NAs are in here. So let's go back to the winners tab directions. It says minimize the sheet by clicking on 2. So I'm going to click on 2 and only the team names will populate. And then select all the rows, and on the home tab, choose sort and filter. So I'm going to select all these rows, and on the home tab, choose sort and filter. And we're going to do a custom sort. And we will sort by the score, and we want largest to smallest. And it's just that simple. So when we go back here, I did that. Choose custom sort and sort by scoring in largest smallest. Click on the 3 on the left-hand bar to expand the group to see who the teammate names are. So the winners, according to this, are Dynamic Divas, and they actually won a prize for one of our challenges. And then if we click 3, we'll see who it is. We can check to see if they, if anything looks funky in here. Let's see, Tracy Adams, she went from 146 to 126, which means she lost almost 20 inches. She went from 152 pounds to 142 pounds. I mean, she lost 10 pounds. And so her fit score is 26.68. If we want to check to make sure that her week 4, and these have already been checked. These numbers were checked before we exported this over. So I know that they're right because it's in our sheet and someone checked these numbers. And so this is right. Tracy lost 19.67 inches and 10.7 pounds in 4 weeks. And her partner lost 5 inches and 5 pounds. And they have a combined fit score of 3404. And the people in second place are Coach Lisa and April Long. And as you can see, it's very close. So I'm very happy to say, to see stuff like this, to see people, these numbers are amazing. And if you collapse it back down, You can see what the totals are. So there were 278.51 inches lost and 208.10 pounds lost in the 4 weeks through these ladies. And that's not counting the people who fell off, because I put them back to week 0. If we wanted to know the true numbers, then we would have to do some messing around with the numbers or whatever. But this is phenomenal. For 61 ladies, and it really is less than that because we have a couple that fell off. To lose that much weight in 4 weeks is amazing. So that is how you create the winner tab. And now Darlene will go through how to finalize the winners and actually create the winner photo that we post on the blog post. I hope that this has been very informative. You can reach out to me at any time, or Darlene or Rhonda, because we do this on a regular basis and we will be able to help you. Have a good one.